Okay, Mr. Jackson, the jury having you found you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of murder in the first degree, I will, in count one, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. I will give you credit of 1,442 days of jail time against that sentence. As to count two, the attempted manslaughter by act of AJ, I will adjudicate you guilty. I will sentence you to 15 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. I will give you credit for 1,442 days credit for time served. In count three, the jury having found you guilty of the lesser included offense of attempted manslaughter by act with a firearm, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 15 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. I will give you 1,442 days credit for time served. In count number four, the jury having found you guilty of the lesser included offense of attempted manslaughter by act, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 15 years in the Florida Department of Corrections. I will give you 1,442 days of credit for time served. As to count six of the indictment, count five of the jury's verdict, the jury having found you guilty of burglary while armed or armed burglary, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life in prison with a minimum mandatory of 20 years for actual possession and discharge of a firearm during the commission of the offense. I will give you 1,442 days credit for time served. In count six, that is count seven in the indictment, but count six to the jury having found you guilty of armed burglary with a firearm, I will sentence you to life in prison. I will adjudicate you guilty. I will sentence you to a 10-year minimum mandatory based on the jury's finding that it was actual possession of a firearm. The jury, as a side note, also found that the burglary was to a dwelling. I will give you 0 days credit against that sentence. I will run the sentences in count 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 concurrently with each other. Count 7, what was the jury's count 6. I will run that sentence consecutively to the sentences that I imposed in count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Count 6 in the indictment, count 5 of the jury's verdict. I will give you 0 days credit. The law provides that you are not entitled to any credit on a consecutive sentence. And to the extent that I have discretion to award that credit, nonetheless, I decline specifically to exercise that discretion. So you'll get 0 days credit on count 7 because I'm going to run that sentence consecutively to all the other sentences. All sentences except for 7 will run concurrently. 7 will run consecutively to the other sentences. Madam Clerk, just normal court cost?
Yes, sure.
Any PD application?
Yes.
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 $518 in court costs and $50 public defender application fee. Are y'all retained or appointed? Plus $100 appointed counsel fee. I'll convert all court costs to a civil judgment. Is there any other crimes or any other things to be disposed of?
No.
Very well. You'll have 30 days to file a notice of appeal. If you cannot afford an attorney for purposes of appeal, I'll appoint one for you. Now, Mr. Jackson, your defense team saved your life. Don't forget to thank them. Right? Anything else? We're in recess. Did I give you the penalty phase? You have the instructions?